Roland digital pianos are simply amazing instruments, and I'd like to show you some of the features that set them apart from most other digital pianos. So if you come with me, I'm going to show you, start with their top of the line model, which is the LX708. First of all, with the Roland piano, Roland thinks of their instruments as a piano first and as a digital second. And when I talk like that, what I'm talking about is on an acoustic piano, the modeling that Roland does with their instruments, they will take it directly from an acoustic piano and they call it acoustic modeling, which is entirely different than what other manufacturers will do. With an acoustic piano, you get all different types of sound that create the kind of sound that you're hearing. And some of those effects are in the soundboard resonance, for instance, or the string resonance, or the key knocking noise that you will hear when the wood hits the string on an acoustic piano. All of those ambient effects that a piano creates, Roland does the same thing when they record or sample the sound. And it really isn't a sample, it's actually a recording of those effects that a piano puts together. So I want to show you some of those things, and what's really cool with the Roland is that you can control all those things through their piano designer. Now let's turn on the instrument. And I'm going to choose an American grand piano so you can hear the difference. And I'm going to go to Piano Designer, which is right here. With Piano Designer, I can manipulate the sound and how I want it to be, either in a concert hall, if I want it to be, if I go from the concert hall to, say, let's change the effect of that. Let's go to wooden hall, stone hall, cathedral. It changes the whole feel of the piano sound. If I want to go back, there's a simple blinking light right here that tells me to go back, very much like you would see on your computer. And if I want to continue to go back, I can go right back to the American Grand, and it takes me out of Piano Designer. But let's continue in Piano Designer. Let's go to the depth of the ambience, perhaps, or the type. And I can adjust it numerically up and down the scale. Now, if I want to change the key touch, quite often when you're looking at an acoustic piano, you're pretty much stuck with the action or the weight of the action that the acoustic piano gives you. With the Roland piano, I can actually change the key touch. So if I want it to be very light, I can. Or if I want it to go heavy, you can see the sliding numerical number go all the way up, and that takes it and it makes it very heavy. Now, if I want to change the brilliance of the sound, I can do the same thing with the sliding control by just turning this rheostat. I can also change the tuning of it. I can change the type of tuning. Quite often in, say maybe in the Baroque period of time or the classical period of time and even into the Romantic period of time, there were different types of tuning temperaments that you could change. So depending on the music that you're playing, I can adjust the instrument to what it sounded like back in that period of time, which is an amazing feature. I can also change the key, so you can transpose. This comes very useful when I'm playing with another instrument that perhaps the musician that is playing that instrument cannot transpose, so I can play it in the key that they're playing in. I can adjust the hammer response. So this is my Piano Designer. All right, so let's get out of the Piano Designer and go back to the American Grand. Now, one of the things I love about the Roland piano is their action. Their action is incredible. And let me take you up here to this display so you can see a cutaway view of what that action looks like. First of all, they use wooden keys. The acoustic piano has what is called an escapement action, which when you press down on the key, you'll feel a little click, and then you can go all the way. That is the jack escaping out from underneath the hammer and allows you to get more power or more control over the action. This captures that right here. You can feel that, or I can feel it, you can see it. All right, here's your hammer, and it works very much like an acoustic piano where if I press down on the key, the hammer comes up, but it's all based on leverage right here. Here's the fulcrum point. And here's the sensor where it makes contact so it can determine what note you're playing. Now, what sets this particular model apart from the rest of the Rolands, this is the 708, it has longer keys. Example of what all of the other Roland keyboards will use from the model 705 on down, and that is the PA50 keyboard. It's a very nice keyboard. It has all the same features as the PA100, which is what is used in the 706 and 708. However, the keys are shorter, and you can see the difference right here. So as you go up further in the line, this does give you a little bit more leverage. Other than that, all the functionality is the same. Now, the instrument is also Bluetooth enabled along on this particular model with MIDI and audio, okay? So what that means is if you have your cell phone away from you and you want to Bluetooth your Apple Music and use this as a stereo system, you can. What's nice about this particular instrument, it has 8 speakers, and that the way they are stationed, you can see this area right here. This is where all your speakers are coming from, and then if I lift this up, there are other speakers that are coming out this way. So their projection system is really amazing, and when you sit down in front of the instrument, it really feels and sounds like you're playing at a 9-foot grand piano. When you put the headphones on, which with this model you do get a set of headphones with the instrument, there are all your controls down here, and you can plug in your headphones there, and you can hear as if you're sitting in whatever hall you designed that piano to be sitting in. Now, having a digital piano, you also get lots of different tones, all right? There's over 400 different sounds on this instrument, and you can blend them together, so you can layer sounds on top of each other. You can create your own song set, if you will, with the recording system that it has on it, and it's a very simple recording system. The other thing is if you do play with other people and you would like to play some duets, it has a function on here that allows you to create 2 keyboards. So I can set this instrument up to allow you to play with another individual sitting next to you, and you each have your own piano. Now, this is something that is unique to Roland. Now, you all know where middle C is. Middle C is right in the center of the keyboard. Well, what if I want to change that middle C to down here and allow you and I to have our own keyboard? That's easily done with what's called twin piano. If I press this little tool mechanism over here, twin piano will come up, and I change it to on. Now all of a sudden my middle C is down here and here. Now that is an amazing educational tool, like I said, that is unique to Roland, and it allows you to divide your piano up into 2 pianos. To get out of that, I just go back to that back space bar, and it takes me back to the piano sound, which is what I was on. Now, one of the things that Roland is also known for is their software. The software that Roland provides with their instruments are free of charge. You can download them right off of their website, or we can point you to the proper link in order to get it through the App Store. But one of those apps is called the Piano Designer, which is what we talked about. So you can actually manipulate this instrument with your iPad or cell phone using Piano Designer. You don't even have to touch any of the buttons if you don't want to. The other app is Piano Every Day. Piano Every Day is an amazing app that allows you to record and document all of the lesson programs that you're working on. It has lesson programs within the app itself and allows you to share those, your progress with your piano teacher via social media. So Piano Every Day is an amazing instrument. And the other thing that it will also do, it'll expose all of the different sounds on your iPad. So you don't have to turn this rheostat and try to choose which of those 400 sounds you want to play with. You can just go on the application itself and choose it. Just tap it and it'll automatically go right to it. The instrument reacts cabinet-wise just like an acoustic piano, so it has a slow fall board. And it has 3 pedals down here that function exactly like an acoustic piano. Even more so because I can actually assign different tasks for those pedals. So if I want to have my sheet music on a iPad up in front of me, I can assign the pedal to turn the page for me. So if I press the pedal, the page will actually turn on the iPad. So now, one of probably the biggest feature on the Roland that I love the most is the fact that it has a very long warranty. Not only do they use acoustic modeling in modeling their sound after an acoustic sound, but they also give you the same warranty of an acoustic piano. This has a 10-year parts and labor warranty. It's an in-home service warranty. You do not have to ship your instrument into us. We will come to you. And they are the only manufacturer that offers that length of a warranty. So again, this is their top of the line. It is the Roland LX708, and I highly recommend you come and visit us and check this particular instrument out because it is amazing. Thank you.